Many BenQ SW Hardware Calibrated displays ships with the Hotkey Puck right out of the box. In this case, I have the Hotkey Puck Generation 1, and it comes with 3 function hotkeys that you can go in and press it, and it will select different color modes. By default, this is set from the factory with the preset color modes that they already have programmed into it. But what I'm going to do in this video is show you how you can customize it to the color mode that you're using or to the hardware calibration slot that you are using with Palette Master Element in this case. I'm Suwansang, BenQ Ambassador. Let's get started. Before we start, please subscribe if you are new and hit on the notification bell so you'll be updated every time I upload cool new videos like this. So for this video, what I'm going to do is focus on the Hotkey Puck Generation 1. This Hotkey Puck ships with the following SW display: the SW2700PT, the SW320, and the SW271, which is the one I'm using to demo in this video. The Hotkey Puck Gen 1 doesn't have a dial wheel like the Gen 2. If you're looking for the video with a guide on how to use Gen 2, I will have a separate video, link to that in the description below. So back to the Hotkey Puck Gen 1. By default, there are 3 hotkey functions here. For example, when you press 1, it corresponds to Adobe RGB. Number 2, it corresponds to sRGB, and number 3, it goes into advanced black and white mode. These are really great color modes for us to use and for us to reference. However, they may not necessarily be the color mode that we use on our display on a day in, day out basis. So one of the things that a lot of you guys have been asking me is that, well, when I calibrate and I pick the hardware calibration slot in Palette Master Element, does it automatically change the Hotkey Puck hotkey? And the answer to that is no, it doesn't do that, but we can come in here and customize this on our own. But before we do that, what I'd like to show you is Palette Master Element and where you would go in and choose the hardware calibration slot. So in this measurement screen in Palette Master Element, if you look right here, this is where you would go in and choose the various calibration slot that you want to use in this case. For this screen, for this SW271, there are 3 calibration slots. For the older SW display, there may only be 2, so there may be some difference there, just so you know. The thing is that with all these hardware calibration slots, this gives us a lot of flexibility in terms of how we can calibrate our display. For instance, with one laptop here, I can use 2 calibration slots. I can do what I call dual luminance calibration, meaning that I can calibrate slot 1 for maybe 80 candela, and I can calibrate slot 2 for maybe 120 candela. This way I can always reference instantaneously 2 different luminance modes. And because I have a 3rd hardware calibration slot here, I can hook up other computers and run a hardware calibration on that specific device. This way, when I hook up that device to this display, it will have a hardware calibration ready. There's a lot of creativity here that you can go ahead and use with the calibration slot, so that's just something to keep in mind. But once you have done the calibration here, what we can then do is go in and customize the Hotkey Puck hotkey. So what I'm going to show you now is how to go and do just that. So I'm having the Hotkey Puck on the screen here. Normally it will be sitting right here at the bottom of my screen. However, I have it here so that I can easily demonstrate how you can activate and go through the menu. Press any button on your Hotkey Puck key, and essentially the D-pad here or the OK button. I'm going to go ahead and press OK. We're going to go into that hamburger menu right there, which is those 3 bars towards the end there. Press OK. This will get us into the display menu. This display menu can do a lot of things, but we're going to focus on the System tab. We're going to go into Systems here, and we're going to go scroll down. We're going to focus on, in this case, Controller key. Controller key 1 will correspond to the Hotkey Puck hotkey number 1, 2, correspond to number 2, and 3 to number 3. So number 1, for instance, right now it actually is set to Adobe RGB. Let's say I want to change this to my calibration slot 1. I can simply go down here, pick calibration 1, press OK, and now this will always correspond to the hardware calibration 1 that I have on my display. I can go ahead and do the same thing on the Hotkey Puck hotkey number 2. In this case, I'm going to pick calibration 2, press OK, and return out. I'm going to go ahead and leave the Hotkey Puck 3rd key here in advanced black and white mode, but you can always go in there and customize it to the calibration 3 slot 2. Now, when I go in, press 1, it will say calibration 1. When I go into 2, it will go into calibration too. So that is a quick and easy guide on how you can go in and custom program your first generation Hotkey Puck hotkey. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Give this video a like if you find it useful, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and until next time, ArtIsRight.